Hello YouTube, and thank you for my new subscribers. I'm really appreciative. This is officially 15 days of fasting today. Um, in the realm of the 30-day fast, I'm halfway. In the realm of the 40-day fast, I am more than a third of the way. This is pretty powerful to me. Today is All Hallows Eve, October 30th. And tomorrow's my birthday. I'm typically pretty sad on my birthday. I've only had a few pretty celebratory kind of things that I don't know. I mean, most people consider their birthday a very happy day. I've traditionally I've not been so happy. And, this is kind of one of those times. I'm alone. I'm broke in a country I have no future in. And I don't know if I'm going towards a future that I can look forward to. But I prefer the unknown than the known, I guess, in this instance. I'm looking forward to going back to the States myself. But this birthday, which will be my 52nd birthday, is a special birthday for me because I'm giving myself the gift of health. Uh, it's a gift I've only had once before, and it was from hard work. It wasn't from a conscious decision. It's just something that came about because I worked up in a high altitude mountain ranch doing hard labor and got a lot of stuff done, including a physically fit body, which may be why I'm alive to this day, is that period of time up in the mountains. That's part of the van life. I miss the mountains, and I also kind of miss just generally being in a place where I know how people react. So don't be sad for me. Be happy. I've made it 52 years, and if you knew me, you'd know that's a hell of a fucking accomplishment. Um, I look forward to moving forward through time, uh, changing my life, which is exactly what I want to do. I am changing my life for real. A bit of advice. I waited till the last minute because that's what it took to drive me to the change that will give me a healthy future. If you at all can summon the will to do this on your own, if you got sores on your legs and you're obese and you feel like you're dying, do this. Stop eating for 30 days. Reset your dopamines in your head. Get out of the trap of eating to make yourself miserable. I haven't eaten for 15 days. I haven't eaten for 15 days. And let me tell you, I started this fasting 16 days ago. And I went all day, and about 10:30 at night, the roommate had gone to bed. No one watching. Very indicative of my bad eating habits is to always be eating when no one is around. And if you do that, you have the same habits. But about 10:30 at night, I broke down, bought a huge fucking dinner from McDonald's, ate it, and felt terrible. And of course, having done that, it made my health even a little bit worse. Even though I had fasted all day, I totally reversed all the effects. And I think I'll remember that guilt and that shame forever because that was guilt and shame on me. Not on anyone else, just on me, from me. And I don't think I've ever felt that before. So I'm coming out of this more mature, I think, in a lot of ways than I've been ever about myself. I've always been kind of the village priest, you know. I've had a lot of people come to me for advice, and I've had a lot of people come to me for wisdom, and it seems like I've always had this wealth of the ability to help them. I could listen to them and see their problems and tell them what I thought. And it typically would help them. If nothing else, made them feel a little better to get it off their chest. So, you know, I could never do it for myself. So I feel like I've finally broken through that barrier, and now I can give myself wisdom. Going forward, I'm going to be a whole food, plant-based diet kind of person. I am going to be interested in the effects of longevity. I am going to be helping my planet. I am not going to be murdering any more animals. I am interested in a purely vegan diet too. I always have been. I had a friend who went vegetarian on me when we were teenagers, and I thought it was so radical, you know, and I loved him for it. I would go eat vegetarian with him because no one else would, and my God, we ate some great food, you know. It doesn't mean that food starts to taste terrible. That's the funny thing. Yes, I grew up a big meat and potatoes eater, you know, in my house, but that's kind of common for all Texans. But, you know, I also had farmers who raised me, and I had always eaten okra and beans and canned vegetables that we canned, not that someone else canned. And, you know, had a garden where we grew our own corn. We did things that most people don't get to experience, and I'm grateful for that. And I always thought that a vegetarian-based diet was smart. But I could never stick to it, and I never understood why I couldn't stick to it. But again, I'm going to go back to that story that one doctor said, where they gave dopamine to rats, and you know, they had a control group and the study group, and the control group were fine. They were normal rats. They ran around and did their thing. And the dopamine group of rats literally starved themselves to death because the dopamine kept them so satiated that they weren't bothered to go get food. And that's really, I mean, it's the opposite effect. I understand that I didn't starve myself to death, which is going to take about a half a year. But, you know, I did kind of just give up on a certain level and satiate that dopamine need. So that's the point behind fasting for me. It isn't even weight loss, and I'm going to tell you, I weighed myself two days ago, I believe it was, and when I started this, I weighed 174.4 kilos, and right now, 2 days ago, I was weighing 151, which is an enormous loss of weight. But you have to understand that when you do this fasting diet, you're going to gain half of that back, is what I'm considering. From what I've heard, anywhere from a third to a half of that back. You're not going to keep that weight because you don't have a gut load. With no gut load, you I kind of lost my track there for a moment. Well, a gut load, you lose weight. That's what I was trying to say. Now, one more thing, and this is, if you're sensitive about this kind of thing, I understand, and you can go ahead and end the video here, but talk a little bit about poop. When you fast, your poop changes, obviously, but you do still poop. It's important to keep track and to watch it, have a look and see what it looks like. It goes kind of mucousy, and it goes really fat heavy. My gut is cleansing itself. And for 2 weeks now, I put nothing in. I mean, I understand for the first couple of days there was food in my system, and that had to come out. But, you know, at least 7 to 10 days ago, my gut was empty, and it is still a daily measure to go poop. And you gotta go. Stay close to a bathroom if you start feeling that tension in your gut. You know what I'm talking about. Um, anyways, that's an update. I feel like I'm kind of halfway there. Even if I go 40 days, I still feel like I've made a huge leap. So, I just wanted to update everybody. I haven't been on. Again, there was a lot of pain. Now, the pain, that's another thing. My legs had open wounds on them, and that's from bad cardiovascular pressures and varicose veins. That is not gone, but it is 75% gone. The only thing that's left are the large wounds, which will take time to heal, but they are healing. The even the scabs are starting to get smaller now, so it will take some time, and until these wounds are healed, I can't exercise. And I'm actually looking forward to exercising, which sounds crazy, but I keep having this dream of me running, which I've never done in my life. I was the kid, in high school, in middle school, in elementary school, who was at the back of the pack, always walking. Me and 3 other dudes, usually early smokers, all that stuff. I was the bad kid, so uh, life's changing. And hey, look, this really is all I have to say. Thank you, everybody, again for supporting me, and continue watching. I'm going to keep you updated on this. There's a lot more to come. We're going to be doing van life in America, so there's a build coming up. I'm looking forward to where life's going. Good or bad, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.